But yeah, it's a close one here. Obviously, if West Ham can get the 3 points, it'll move them up level with Birmingham and put Bristol back in that bottom spot. But yeah, it's a vital game, and it's interesting, obviously, for the league, the fact that there is a kind of fight at both ends.
And some big clubs are involved at the bottom of the table. Gilly Flaherty has, of course, experienced title success with both Arsenal and Chelsea, but now wearing the armband for West Ham in the thick of this relegation battle. And as a former England international, she wouldn't have anticipated being at the bottom of the table. Neither would have Emily Van Egmond, a player with such a glittering CV. And nobody at West Ham will want a relegation on it at the end of this season. And the same goes for Birmingham, who are unsung in many ways. They've developed so many great players over the years, but in recent times they have often departed, and they're relying on loanees from elsewhere at the moment, some very young players. They do have the core of the team, which has performed well in the Super League during the past, but players like Harriet Scott are suspended this evening. So the likes of Lucy Whip and Georgia Bruffam are brought back into the side. Christy Murray, of course, does have so much experience to bring to this team, but they could just do with somebody putting the ball into the back of the net on a more regular basis.
Plenty of players inside the 18-yard box. So actually a low ball into Walker. Walker's shot, it'll come back, and then it'll be struck in by Birmingham City, and they will take the lead. The initial shot from Claudia Walker was pushed away. Emily Murphy was there to follow up. And with less than 10 minutes played, it's West Ham 0, Birmingham City 1. This is blocked out. We'll give Napier a chance to throw the ball just to the edge of the West Ham box. Comes back, and this time it's lifted in. Headed clear. Might find Whip, out to Murphy again. This time it's onto the head of Walker. And I think in trying to get to her head to that, it seems that she and a West Ham player also made contact with each other. Claudia Walker stays down. That may be Gilly Flaherty, I think, is the other player who the medical staff are very quick to come on to help with some treatment. And yeah, obviously the ball came in from Murphy, the goal scorer. Both players tried to get their head to it. It doesn't look on the replay as if they actually sort of clashed heads, but certainly enough contact made so that there is now a cut to the head of Claudia Walker. And so, well, this will require some treatment for her. I think it looks as if Gilly Flaherty also is having to be bandaged up. So be both managers, I'm sure, who will be watching on with some concern as the medical treatment continues to both of these players. And well, I thought at first glance that maybe Gilly Flaherty didn't receive any injury to her head, but well, I think there's very little doubt that Claudia Walker has, and it looks as if that's the bandaging that's being done to Gilly Flaherty as well. And because there is so much blood, of course, they will have to make sure that this is treated and both players can come off. But the Murphy cross in from the right-hand side, and as both players leapt to try and get their heads to that, contact made between the two players. And well, you can see just the damage it's done to Claudia Walker. I think often these head injuries look so much worse because cuts to those parts of the body just they bleed very, very easily, but also they're quite difficult to stop as well. So we're into 3 minutes of injury time, but you would expect that the referee will add to that, because obviously as we go into that injury time, the injuries continue to be treated. Looks like it's just over the left eye of the Birmingham City striker. So she will have to come off to receive more treatment, just because of the amount of blood that has been produced by the injury that she has sustained. And still Gilly Flaherty remains down. I think Colour Ward in conversation with the officials on the touchline. And obviously, due to the fact that there is blood on her shirt, she will have to have a replacement as well. And no doubt the bandage. Flaherty, West Ham really started this game on the front foot. Looks as if that's the intention at the start of this second half, as it's poked in. Well, it was a crossing from the right-hand side, and Emily Van Egmond was in the right place at the right time. Rolls the pass, but finds a cross into the 18-yard box. This could be a real chance for Van Egmond. Lays it off for Svikova. Oh, Svikova puts West Ham ahead. The Birmingham City manager just watches on with her arms folded. Martha Thomas will make way for Hawa Sissoko. A fifth substitute appearance for her. The French player has basically been coming on as a substitute so far for West Ham. Just played 27 minutes as a substitute so far in a West Ham shirt, and it looks as if we head into the last minutes of injury time. She can say that she was on a pitch for a vital win for her West Ham side. Drops out off Pacheco. Mace quick to throw it back onto the pitch. Claudia Walker has gone down just holding her head, having tried to win in that challenge. And she sustained that cut to the left side of her head as we headed into added on time at the end of the first half, and just picking up a bit of a knock in the last few seconds here at Victoria Road. Up into the sky and down to Svikova. Shouts of hold it from the sidelines. And this might be it. Here at Victoria Road, we've played the 3 minutes of added on time shown by the fourth official. Is there, though, one more opportunity for Birmingham? Mailing's in. Oh, and that's the equaliser in injury time here at Victoria Road. West Ham must have thought they had this one, but it's a cross into the box. Racing down on it was Ruby Mace, and she is surrounded by her players who celebrate the equaliser with what must be the last act of this match. The West Ham players cannot believe it. They have got their heads in their hands, but in added on time, a cross from the right-hand side. I think Mailing was that player who chipped it in from the right-hand side, and racing in on it was Ruby Mace, of all people. A wonderful volley from her, taking it past Courtney Brosnan. And it's West Ham 2, Birmingham City 2. Well, it did look like maybe Birmingham City might just have one more chance in this game when they've taken it. It's now really up to the though. One more opportunity for Birmingham. Mailing's in. Oh, and that's the equaliser in injury time here at It's Victoria Road. West Ham must have thought they had this one, but it's a cross into the box. Racing down on it was Ruby Mace, and she is surrounded by her players who celebrate the equaliser with what must be the last act of this match. The West Ham players cannot believe it. They have got their heads in their hands, but in added on time, a cross from the right-hand side. I think Mailing was that player who chipped it in from the right-hand side, and racing in on it was Ruby Mace, of all people. A wonderful volley from her, taking it past Courtney Brosnan. And it's West Ham 2, Birmingham City 2. Well, it did look like maybe Birmingham City might just have one more chance in this game when they've taken it. It's now really up to the referee to decide when to blow the full-time whistle, and she does. And, well, West Ham must have thought that they had this match won until the last few seconds. And, well, you can see just what that means both to them and to Birmingham City. Ruby Mace hugging and celebrating with her teammates. They had taken the lead through Emily Murphy in the first half, but then goals from Emily van Egmond and a left-footed strike from Katarina Svitkova looked as if they might have claimed West Ham's first win under Ollie Harder, and a victory that would put them equal on points with Birmingham City. But then in the last seconds, a cross in from Mailing on the right-hand side, a volley from Ruby Mace, and at full time here at Victoria Road, it's West Ham 2, Birmingham City 2.